Greetings, everyone. I hope all is well. I am on my way, of course, to Blue Hole, and this morning is a special morning. You see, a few weeks ago, I created a song. It was called Rise Jamaica After Melissa, and it generated some funds. And as a result, I was wondering who would I use this money for? Let me get this straight. My channel has never made money in this fashion. Majority of the times, it can't even pay for the subscriptions I have. But when I created a song, I said to myself, I can't use this money for myself. I'm going to give it back. So I asked my subscribers, what should I use it for? Some gave me some ideas. And then I had contact with someone, an individual that, of course, rests in Jamaica. She told me about this community that was devastated. She told me quite a number of things. But as I drive into the Blue Hole community, I want you to listen to the song again. Because this song was a powerful song that reached many. And as a result, individuals were able to watch it, share it. And in addition to that, I also have two wonderful individuals that gave me some money to also contribute to the project. I'll tell you more about the project as we drive in. But let me tell you, the journey is not as easy as before. Light poles are down, wires are across the street, so I have to take my time. Just listen, enjoy, and remember, always share my content. It takes a lot, and I'm giving back to the community. I didn't use these funds for myself. And as I stated before, the channel has never made money to even pay for the subscription. So when I saw this movement of these funds coming in, I said, what better way than to give back to the community? So like, share, and subscribe. Please listen.
To Blue Mountain Heights, we'll build back better brick by brick. Our faith still stand unshaken quick.
God still watching over we all. He wipe with tears, give we smile. We nation strong, we spirit pure. Jamaica will endure.
Jamaica rise, no hurricane can kill with pride. Tell the world free open hand. Jamaica needs the love and the plan. We rebuild, we stand. Rise Jamaica, rise again. Jamaica rise. Jamaica, the storm must show up the land, but not the people. We still stand firm, with heart, with faith, with love. Jamaica, Jamaica will rebuild stronger. Jamaica, Jamaica rise, yeah.
While you're watching this video, you might realize there are a few things happening here, but let me tell you, as I drove across Jamaica, there was so much. I went to Westmoreland, and I will give you some update on that as I go forward presenting these videos that I'm doing. But let me tell you, a lot of people are hurting at this point in time. And remember, it has to be sustained. Individuals sometimes don't have anyone to turn to. And a sheet of plywood cannot build back a house. So we have to come back together and work with the community and those leaders in the community, because they know who are in need. I'm not saying politicians don't know, but remember, the church, we have to build back these institutions. And once we're able to build back these institutions, then we can move forward, because the church was a very essential part in the community. And when churches have no rules and so many things happening, we have to go back to the area of making sure that these places and spaces are safe. And I want to take you to Blue Hole community, because the Blue Hole community represents a very dear part of me. At one point, it was just an attraction. You would go there, enjoy the landscape and everything, the water was flowing through. But in that community, there were some wonderful people. As the pastor told me about one girl, and I had to do this story. I can't leave this one out. But after Hurricane Melissa passed, the young girl, she's about 9 or 10, stated that she was going to go into a spelling competition. And her uncle promised her that if she won, he would give her some money. So overall, she did well in the spelling competition, knew her words and everything. And at the end of the day, she got $10,000 from the uncle. You know what she did? She went to the pastor and said, Pastor W, here is the $10,000 that uncle gave me. I want you to rebuild back my church. And I'm going to insert a picture of that church because I think that's so important. Because you know what? This church is a symbol of support for the community. It's a symbol of community outreach. And this individual, on arriving in that community, brought hope. According to someone I heard, a young boy also said, and he's not even 14, if it wasn't for Mrs. W, we would have all had it very difficult. I won't use the exact words. So it's quite fitting that I go back into this community. There's also a case in this community where a grandfather passed away before getting help in front of his grandchildren. I'm just telling you, when I heard these stories, I knew that this was my targeted audience. So I want to say special thanks to the Reeds in Michigan, to Christopher Parkinson for also supporting this mission. So the funds are from the song, of course, and I had 2-3 individuals also giving towards this project.
Rise up, rise, 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 Jamaica, rise, rise up, rise. The night was long, the sea was on.
Thanks for everyone who made the support to watch this channel over a period of time. I want to say that the funds that was generated from that very song, Rise Jamaica After Melissa, was, of course, targeted to be used in this community. Blue Hole, they got a lot of damage there. And of course, Pastor and I decided that we would go up and deliver the funds to a couple. I'll talk a bit more about this. Yes, as you drove up, you realize that the community at this section, you see things already flown away. Light poles are down. And as you went up the hill, you realize that it was more damaged in that section. You see, Blue Hole sits on a hill to some aspect. And as a result, the wind would have changed a lot. As I drove on this road, I remember the times I visited this place. Never took the time to realize that it was such a wonderful place other than the river. The people were warm. They greeted us. And of course, Pastor was stopping at every point because people knew her. She's like a community leader, social worker, counselor, and pastor. Yes, doing her work, going beyond the boundaries. So here's the house that was, of course, built several years ago. And the hurricane tore it apart. The individuals we're supporting here, they're elderly. They have no children. And most of all, they are members of the church. So when I asked Pastor, what should I do? She said she didn't want any food product at this point in time because the dire need was housing. You know, sometimes we have to look beyond certain things. And I thought about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I'm not going to give a psychological breakdown. But at this point, if they have food, shelter is next. And that's what we just did. Listen to this presentation of the funds. So I'm here with Mr. Bernard. He was devastated by the hurricane, of course. And he lost everything, right, Mr. Bernard?
Everything he lost.
Yeah, everything. I'm not showing Mr. Bernard on this footage because I think that's not the aim to show Mr. Bernard, because at the end of the day, it's about helping people, not showcasing them. So Mr. Bernard, you lost everything.
Lost everything. So bed, clothes, pot, plate.
Everything.
Mash up everything.
All right, so I want to tell you that some people, including myself, I created a song. And as a matter of fact, the song made some money. I'm giving you that money. And also, a friend of mine named Rossi, otherwise called Mr. Reed, and his wife Anita, and also another friend, Christopher Parkinson, might not want me to call his name, as they have all contributed to giving you some funds to start off a this good project. Pastor Wendy is going to take that money and, of course, spend that. So you just tell him thanks.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
May God bless and keep and strengthen you. That's someday you will be able to help somebody else, different family.
Yeah.
So I give thanks for that.
Yes, and this is a community of course, Blue Hole. And of course, I said I would not show the individual, but he's saying thanks at this point in time. But Chris, Rossi, Anita, big up yourself, and thanks for the contribution, and thanks to everyone who supported the song while it was being played.
The night was long, the sea was hungry, but morning come, Jamaica, wipe your tears, the sun still shines pan we.
When tear down my roof, rain flood my street, but my spirit strong, it can't get defeat. We bury our pain, we lift up our eyes, even when the clouds still dark the skies. Jamaica, rise, out of the rubble we claim the prize. From Portland to Mobile Shore, we're stronger than before. Jamaica, rise, Jamaica, rise. The world must hear we cries. Now is the time for Bill again. Rise, Jamaica, rise, Jamaica, rise. I'm a cook pan coal pot light candle for pray. Neighbor share water, that's the Jamaican way. We no rich in gold, but we rich in soul. Every heartbeat for rebuild the whole. To me brothers and sisters abroad, London, Toronto, Miami, New York, the land where is you know needs your hand. Not just love, but action. Not just words, but contribution. Send back the strength, send back the care, send the help, we know you there. Jamaica, rise, out of the rubble we claim the prize. From Portland to Mobile Shore, we're stronger than before. Jamaica, rise, Jamaica, rise. The world must hear we cries. Now is the time for Bill again. Rise, Jamaica, rise, Jamaica, rise. Young people sight to Blue Mountain Heights. We'll build back better brick by brick. Our faith still stand unshaken quick. God still watching over we all. He wipe with tears, give we smile. We nation strong, we spirit pure. Jamaica will endure.
Jamaica, rise. No hurricane can kill with pride. Tell the world free open hand. Jamaica needs the love and the plan. We rebuild, we stand. Rise, Jamaica, rise again. Jamaica, rise. Jamaica, the storm must show the land, but not the people. We still stand firm, with heart, with faith, with love.